One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Glad to have you with us from Gerald J. Ford Stadium in Dallas, home to the SMU Mustangs. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Pittsburgh Panthers, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Pitt lined up for the opening kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with the results of the play. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Uses a nifty move to work his way to the 24.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Mustangs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll give it to the back. Oh, he's got some space. There he goes. At the 30. Boy, are they loving that huge play. He's got it down to the 9.
I mean, goodness gracious, you could have driven a semi-truck through that hole. Nobody touched him. This was an easy run. This is the easiest 40-plus yard run you will ever see.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The Mustangs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Knight. Touchdown, Mustangs! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And this offense shows you why they are really hard to stop. The long, explosive run. You think everybody's thinking run, pile in the box, the play-action pass. They can beat you with the run. They can beat you with the pass. This is a tough offense to stop.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Looking for space. It's Reed. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Looking for a man. It's Holstein. Gets it out fast. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Takes this handoff and headed to the right.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And the Panthers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Quarterback making adjustments. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Past the 20. Touchdown, SMU. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Lee. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Third down, understanding exactly where the sticks are. You got to stop certain routes so they don't get to certain depths. Quarterback completes it, gets another first down. Got to be a little bit more mindful of where those sticks are.
Back to pass, it's Holstein. He hurls one deep down the left side. Grabs it inside the 15. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
Grab behind the line. It's Lee. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Panthers! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. Ready to try the point after. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Got his man down the middle. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Line getting set on second down. Back to throw, it's Jennings. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush. They win up front.
Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Reads it, fires complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
And here comes the offense on second down. Dropping back, it's Holstein. Quickly out to the tight end. Getting closer and closer to midfield, out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run, and this guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Pitt coming to the line after getting another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. A little screen to the running back. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Plays like that put just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. Got him, and nobody's close. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
The Panthers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. He kept him out of the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1-yard line.
First and goal, Pittsburgh. Ready up. That's the end of the first quarter. SMU 14, Pitt 7.
They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll run it on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Panthers.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They marched 78 yards down the field. So after getting into the end zone of that last drive, they're set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kicker. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun. Give on the inside. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Jennings. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Oh, what a play, it's intercepted. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. And the defense dialed up the pressure, and they hit the quarterback, and that led to the pick.
No doubt about it, Reese. Pressure affects a quarterback's accuracy. He just was not able to set his feet on that throw. The ball got away from him a little bit, and, of course, that led to the interception.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
On the double.
Quick handoff. Fighting off the defender. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many people running free at your running back. That means guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hats getting to the ball carrier. I love his effort making multiple guys miss, but still, it's a negative play.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The quick out. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now puts you in a successful position for 3rd down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Absolutely perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession and give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
I guess a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Off play action on 1st down. Buys a little time with his feet. He's going to run it. Quarterback's got the first. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the 1st down.
One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Jennings. That's reeled in, it's Knight. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route run. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the sticks, it's Knight. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, that receiver, he knew he had to get his head turned around quickly. He's running the curl route against zone coverage, but he knows his quarterback is going to be firing that ball into him. It's a rocket pass. He's able to make the catch and get the first.
And the Mustangs are marching down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. The sure hands, it's Brinson.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Mustangs can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun, to give, looking for room. And he's almost to that 1st down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the 1st down. And the Mustangs are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inch, you just have to go execute, and they do it there.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. I don't think he was the primary receiver on the play, but when you get that open, you become the primary target.
You ain't lying, and a great job. Credit to the quarterback seeing it because you have your primary guy you want to go to first. He sees him wide open, delivers the strike. That's the guy you should hit, the guy that's open. Don't get hung up on that first guy all the time.
The Mustangs had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Give to the running back. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
So as a defensive guy, they line up in a formation. You know they're heavy on one side. And then all of a sudden, boom, two guys pull, and they go the other direction. So you can't really load up and play that. That counter keeps you off balance as a defense and makes you really be honest.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for a gap. It's hard. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Looking downfield, it's Jennings. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, if I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there, if I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Motion from the wideout. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Is incomplete. And that's a first down for the offense.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Might be calling a hot route. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Leaves it with the running back. Wide open spaces. There he goes. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. To the air. It's Holstein. Caught in the backfield. It's Reed. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10.
24, SMU 14.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the tight end. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. He'll do it himself. Runs through a tackle.
Nice job there by the QB on the zone read because he's watching the D lineman and he knows he has to keep the football and then right away takes it upfield to get some positive points.
One snap coming before they head to the locker room. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Timeout, Pittsburgh.
They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And that will extend their lead even further. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down. Looking for a huge play. Snags it on the right. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid.
Turning it on. Touchdown! some open space and turned on the Jets.
He does a really nice job getting the snap, getting the ball to his wide receiver in stride so he can continue to run full speed and make all those yards after the catch and get all the way to the end zone.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. And here's the third interception of the night. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
And if that don't light your fire, your wood is wet. The best play on a field is when the big boy, the most athletic people on the field, the defensive linemen, make game-changing, awesome, super athletic interceptions.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Shakes off the defender. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the third time. Splits the uprights right down the middle, and they'll push that lead out a little further.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field goal.
He gets a block. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Holstein. The short hands, it's Thomas.
I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
And the Panthers in a good spot here with second and short. Running to the left. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10.
Let's go.
Right back to the well. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The Panthers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wide receiver comes in motion. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And the ball's on the ground. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? You get the big hit and force the fumble.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't.
He's loose. Tourney on the Jets. Touchdown, Mustangs. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching it.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll go to the ground. At the 35, he's open. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down.
And I love these offensive coaches going right back to your guy. I believe in you. Just because you fumbled doesn't mean I'm not going to give you the football.
Yeah, he's repaying the favor right now to this coaching staff as well. And doesn't it just seem like he's running with a little bit more juice? He looks like he's ticked off.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's 1st down from the 44. Fires to the middle. It's caught downfield. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
From the 33, it's 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Looking to pass. It's Holstein. Finds his man. It's Johnson. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Panthers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Got it, looking for the 1st down. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
This is a makeable field goal distance, but this offense is thinking touchdowns. They'll go for it on 4th. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. Picks up the first down, still moving. It's a seam wide open. It's a running room. Touchdown, SMU. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
Scanning the field, it's Holstein. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And, heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get an All-American. Just put up a day.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He turns that loose down the right side.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Give to the back. Works his way ahead for 3 out to the 14.
SMU, 34.
They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the Mustangs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw. It's Jennings. With the catch, it's Harden. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there, but we're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Wants to go up top. Gonna take a shot. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth-quarter play for this defense. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The handoff to Johnson. He has the first and still on his feet. Oh, a lot of space. The tag. Touchdown Mustangs. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle.
41, Pitt, 37.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Holstein. Finds a tight end. Just has a knack for hitting that move on time. He's out to the 33.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find their rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
The Panthers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd. Just a short pass to the tight end. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You know, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
This Pitt offense has been clicking on this drive. Fires to the big fella. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind.
And the Panthers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Quick strike complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we...
Touchdown, Panthers! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space in the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the 4th quarter.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's out of bounds at the 31 after a nice return. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. To the air, it's Jennings. Going deep, and it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
You know, these throws to the perimeter of the field can be so tricky for a quarterback. You've got to be pinpoint accurate and have great timing. You didn't see it there from the QB.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. He's not afraid to go deep. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
It has just been that kind of day for this guy. 4 picks now thrown in this game. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. He just hasn't been throwing the football accurately. This is a game he would like to soon forget.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
The Panthers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. On the ground with the counter. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, you got to think in his mind right now, ball security is at a premium, right? He's had a problem with that earlier in this game, but with the lead now late in the game, yards aren't as important as taking care of the football. I think he's doing a better job of that now late.
Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on first down. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, running back gets to give. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Caught in the backfield, it's Johnson. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. They'll immediately call timeout. Big 3rd down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. Looking downfield, it's Holstein. Makes the grab, it's Williams. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today, and we know if it gets close in the 4th quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
Run in the red zone. It's Reed. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Motion from the back. Direct snap. It's Holstein. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the snap, it's Reed. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
51, SMU, 41.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Back to pass, it's Jennings. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
The Mustangs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. A deep throw as the clock winds down.
I'll tell you, this offense just can't afford too many more incompletions because time's running out in the game. They need big plays in the passing attack, vertically down the field, and they've got to score some touchdowns.
And the Mustangs are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. A strike downfield. At the 40, there he goes. Got a lot of room to the right. The 20. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Just under 40 seconds to go, and it's going to come down to whether they can get this onside kick to have a shot. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level this out a little bit where it's really difficult to know which team should be ranked in the first place?
I think the portal certainly helps. At the end of the day, though, they just wanted it more today, and that win is going to help recruiting. It's going to help their confidence moving forward. I know this, David. Every team on the rest of their schedule, they're now taking account and notice of this team.
And I completely agree. Like, you start to build momentum, and then momentum helps you find more guys in the portal and helps high school recruiting. So big ranked win today. Hey, who knows? Maybe this gets them in the rankings in the near future.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.